Welcome once again to All Souls. Every evening I have a stroll around the grounds with the family and with the dog, and I can tell you it's such an encouragement to stroll past these beautiful fields here that we have at All Souls. We couldn't have dreamt when these fields were laid out how much these vegetables would be needed at a moment like this. And so it's wonderful, and I acknowledge and praise those who are involved in the growing, in the harvesting, and in the distributing of these vegetables, particularly at a moment like this. Just wanted to share one or two notices with you. There's one particular very big notice which I want to walk through with you, but also just to continue to appeal to you to start off with. We are distributing vegetables, but also we are a collection point for other goods, and please don't forget, 1 o'clock every weekday at All Souls, collection point for all of those dry goods, for children's food, baby food, and for the other things that are being appealed for. The second, really the major notice that I want to share with you is that we're not very far away from our prayer vigil, and I just wanted to encourage you, first of all, with this little clip that we're going to watch.
We've been running 24/7 prayer rooms for 15 years in more than half the nations on earth, everywhere from the US Naval Academy to German punk festivals, the slums of Delhi, the British Houses of Parliament, loads of places, and churches, cathedrals even. We sort of stumbled on the model. We took the 24/7 model from the Moravian Christians who prayed non-stop for 100 years. They were the first to take the gospel to many nations on earth, and they saw the conversion of John Wesley. And so we thought, if they could pray non-stop for 100 years, why don't we try praying non-stop for a month and see what happens? And actually what happened was the whole thing went viral, and that's the beginning of the 24/7 prayer movement. And really it's very simple. Just find a place that you can pray. Get some good coffee. Divide maybe a week up into days and a day into hours. Encourage people to commit to 1, 2, 3 hours of prayer. So you don't need a lot of people. You only need 24 people who say, I'll pray an hour a day for a week, and you can do this. Make the space as creative as you can, because you can't limit prayer to mere words. Pray with art, pray with whatever music you want, pray with movement. God is bigger than just, dear Lord Jesus. Probably my favorite time to pray is the 3 a.m. slot is a pretty good one, 3 to 5 a.m. The Bible talks a lot about praying at night, and Jesus often stayed up all night praying. So if we don't sometimes do that, we're missing out on something that Jesus thought was essential. And in a world where 1.4 billion Muslims pray 5 times a day, it's not outrageous once in a while for Christians to pray at night, or at an antisocial time, or to go somewhere to pray.
And so thank you to Pete Gregg, who has founded and now continues to lead the 24/7 prayer movement. I want to just walk through with you our own prayer vigil this year. Of course, is going to be slightly different because it is a virtual 24/7 prayer vigil. It is going to be online, but I believe that it's going to be as exciting. It's going to help us to connect with God in fresh ways, and in some ways it has some great positives in that we can pray together through the night without having to journey out and to leaving our homes. So I want to walk through with you our prayer, our website. The address is there, and the website allows you to access a particular tab which will then give you access to our prayer vigil page. When you click on the button for the bookings, you will see that it takes you to a separate page. This page has been arranged by 24/7 Prayer International, and it's very, very easy to use. You will be asked to register, which requires your name and a cell phone number, preferably also an email address. And then once you've registered, you will be able to click on the time and the date that you are choosing to book for. You know, if all of us just chose an hour a day this little booking calendar would be fully booked in just like that. And so please do come and have a visit to the website, come and book. It doesn't matter how many people book per hour. We're not limiting the numbers per hour as you would have to in a confined space, but we are asking that we fill all of those spaces so that we have continuous prayer for that week leading up to Pentecost. So please put it in the diary and then come and visit the website. The final notice really that I wanted to share is just to remind you that this coming week on Thursday, the 21st I think it is, there will be an Ascension Day service as normal. It's our tradition here at All Souls. We would usually be having a service in the morning and the evening, but of course lockdown means that we can have just one service in the day, and it'll be at 12 o'clock. But of course it's going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and so that means that you can access that service anytime you like thereafter. So please do come and participate as we celebrate that moment that Jesus rose, ascended into heaven, and we acknowledge him now as seated at the right hand side of God the Father. And it's all part of our preparation for Pentecost as we wait with anticipation for that moment we celebrate the outpouring of God's the Holy Spirit. For those of you who have not yet downloaded Zapper, please do so. You can get it from both your Android app store as well as the Apple app store. And it is very simple. It's a very small app. It takes up no space at all on your device, and it's very simple to use. Once downloaded, you register, you connect to your bank account, and then you zap, and the payment goes directly from your account to the account of All Souls. And that's very, very helpful for us in these trying financial times. And so please do be generous. I pray now that you would be blessed as we continue with our act of worship.